Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Question number 7 is waiting for you, given in page number 91 of chapter 5, exploring mixtures and their separations. Question is, how would you separate the mixtures in table 5.3? Mention the reason for choosing your method. If a mixture cannot be separated, explain why. The first one is mud from muddy water. Mud from muddy water is more applicable to suspension solution, which is heterogeneous in nature. And the best applicable method is possible here is filtration method. In filtration method, we need a filter paper, and through that particular filter paper, only the component, that is solvent, is able to pass through it. The mud particles are having little enough bigger size that it cannot pass through that particular filter paper pores. So that is the reason that we need to select filtration method. uh, the reason for selection is that insoluble solid particles can be separated from liquid. So the reason I have written that the mud particles does not pass through filter paper. So filtration is best applicable method. Second one is plasma from other components in the blood samples. So here the best applicable method is your centrifugation. Centrifugation method is more applicable, and in this method we come see that the component present in the blood sample are having different densities. Components have different densities, and when the blood sample is taken in a centrifuge machine and it is getting rotated, all the different components as per the densities get separated. So centrifugation is more applicable method for the separation of different blood components in the plasma sample. Third one is naphthalene and sand. Here is we apply sublimation method. As naphthalene is a sublime substance, so when heated to some temperature, the solid substance, one sublime substance, the solid substance which is sublime in nature, directly vaporizes without coming into liquid state, without in liquid state. So it can be easily separated by sublimation method. Then next, the fourth one is chalk powder and common salt. Chalk powder and common salt will be having different separation methods together. Like first is dissolution. First we need to add water. As I add water in it, we see that the common salt get dissolved in it, the chalk powder doesn't get dissolved. Then we need to go for filtration. By doing filtration, what I will see that the chalk particles will be remaining as residue in the filter paper, and the common salt solution, the salty solution, will be obtained in the beaker. Then after that we will apply for evaporation method. In evaporation method, we see that the water particles get vaporized into water vapor, and the salt crystals or salt particles will remain there. So this particular method is more applicable. We see this methods are applicable because salt dissolves in water and chalk does not. Next mixture is common salt in water. For common salt in water is the simple method, that is evaporation method. In evaporation, we are having common salt solution, that is having the presence of good amount of salt in water. With the heat of sun, what will happen, the water present on the surface will get changed into water vapor in a slow process, and salt particles will remain there. So that's why this method is applicable. So water evaporates, that's why this method is more applicable if the mixture is common salt in water. Next we are having mixture of oil in water. So here we can apply separating funnel. This method is more applicable in terms of their densities, and these two things components are immiscible liquid, and immiscible liquid separation is possible by separating funnel method. Then pigments of flower, these are all the colored components. If I want to separate uh, from a color part, here we will apply chromatography method. So chromatography method is that different pigments used to travel at different speed depending upon the solvent. So I will write on the reason for separation. Different color pigments travels different speed. Travels at different speed, and because of which I can see that chromatography method is more applicable in this case. Hope you have understood that what are the different mixtures and what are the different method of separations and the reason for selections.